This is a short guide on how to add voice narration in Apple Keynote. A voice narration is a synchronized recording of yourself talking during each slide. You can provide a voice narration for one slide or your entire presentation. To begin, you want to open your presentation using Apple Keynote. Once you've opened it, you will see a screen similar to this. You want to advance to the right side of your screen where the icon is indicated Document, just like this. Then you will be provided with Document or Audio. Select Audio. Before you begin your narration by selecting Record, be sure that you select the slide in which you want to begin your voice narration. For me, I will begin with the first slide in my presentation. However, for you, you may want to start on your second, third, or a different number slide in your presentation. So just be sure before you start that you select the proper slide that you want to begin with. Once you're ready to begin recording, go over here and select Record. Here I'll be brought to a larger screen, which is where the narration will occur. I have this option to show navigator on the top left. When pressed, I will see all of the slides within my presentation. I can navigate to each one of them from here. I can also choose to go back and minimize that screen. On the right, top right, I have this icon that allows you to select or unselect any of the presenter tools during this recording session. So whether you only want to see the current slide, or you'd like to see a clock or a timer during this presentation in your recording, you can do that right here in the presenter tool option. Over here to the right, you have the exit slideshow option. So when you're done recording, narrating over your slides in this screen, you can exit. On the bottom left, you have your microphone volume. You want to make sure that the microphone is picking up your volume nice and clearly so that it's depicted over onto your slides appropriately. Then you have what's grayed out right now, which is the back button. Could go back to the start of your recording. You have the play button here. You'll press this to play and or to pause during recording. Then when you're ready to start your recording, you can press this red dot, which is your start record button. You'll also press this when you're ready to stop. Those are your tools within the recording area here. So I'm going to go ahead and start recording on my current slide number 1 by pressing the record button down here. Hi. Thank you for joining in on a recording about how to add voice narration in Apple Keynote. Well, I can pause at this point if I want to take a breather and think about the next thing I want to say. And then I can unpause and continue where I left off, or I can stop recording altogether by pressing this record button again. So at this point, I'm going to use my right arrow key on my keyboard to continue recording onto slide number 2. I'm going to press the pause button here. Here on slide number 2, you can see an illustration of what the recording screen looks like in Keynote. So I'm pausing. I'm going to press the red record button again. Then I'm going to, if it all looks good, I can play it right here and hear how it all worked out. Hi. Thank you for joining in on a recording about how to add voice narration in Apple Keynote. Here on slide number 2, you can see an illustration of what the recording screen looks like in Keynote. Presuming I am happy with how it is, I can go ahead and exit this screen. If I want to delete it, I can press this trash button, delete, and start over again. So I'm going to exit at that. In fact, I have a recording. It says the date and time at which the recording was done. And if I'd like to play the entire recorded slideshow, I go up here to the top where it says play. I can play recorded slideshow to hear it in its entirety. Hi. Thank you for joining in on a recording about how to add voice narration in Apple Keynote. Here on slide number 2, you can see an illustration of what the recording screen looks like in Keynote. So that is what my recorded slideshow looks like at this point. If you wanted to continue going forward with the next slides, you could do that as well. Thanks for joining in on this quick guide to add voice narration in Apple Keynote.